Good afternoon, everyone. I forgot to charge my little light thing that illuminates me, so there's that. But different microphone today. Let me know how it's work. Yep, it's working. Okay. I was just making sure on my OBS that it was coming through. It looks like it should be good to go. I do have to turn my desktop sound down a lot, and I don't like using headphones, especially when Freya's sleeping, just so I can hear when she wakes up and stuff. I have a monitor, but I don't want that to pick up on the mic, so I just have to keep my desktop down super low, but that's fine. Hi Anya, hi Jetpack, thank you for joining today. It's awesome to see you. But yeah, so hopefully we won't be having mic issues today. That's been plaguing us. I got this I still have it hooked up. Don't you think I wouldn't, but I just pulled it out. Hold on. There we go. I got this mic sent to me, and it's like my dream mic. I wish so badly it was working. They did send me an email on how to troubleshoot it. I just have not had the time to sit down and do so yet. So I just got my old mic in the meantime. This is old trusty. This is the very first mic I got when I started streaming. Oh my gosh. I tried in 2022, maybe 2021. It was pretty early on when I was first doing I was teaching. So it was it had to have been 3-4 years ago. But yeah, this is the $20, I don't even know what the brand is, mic that I got on Amazon. It's never failed me. It's always worked perfectly. It's got a sound thing on it. It works. It just looks like this. It's a little stand. So let me know how that sounds. I'm still sick. I think you guys saw the worst of it on Sunday probably, but I am still it's the end of whatever this is. It's either the worst cold ever. I don't think it was COVID because I didn't have a temperature. I didn't have when I get COVID, I know I have COVID. I've had it twice, and both times I knew I had it before I tested positive. Oof. No, COVID is, I don't think it was that. I think it was just a really bad summer cold, and it's still running its course. My throat still hurts. Everything's kind of on its way out, I think. So it's really gross. It's the really gross stage. And I'm sorry if I subject you to any of that. Also, thank you, Jetpack. I have been using, so far I haven't gotten copyright strike for it. I've been using your Patreon videos. So if anyone loves the Nancy Drew soundtracks and you want to listen to them when you're studying, cleaning, whatever you may be doing, Jetpack on Gubin Jetpack's Patreon. Let me see if I can link it. For $1 a month, you can have access. They made a whole bunch of videos with all the soundtracks. They're fantastic. I've been using them for years. Check it out. So, no, they're fantastic videos. Videos, soundtracks, whatever. They're videos, but soundtracks within a video. So, check that out. And what else? I actually have thrilling news that is not that big of a deal, but it's a huge, of course, no problem. It's one of those things they bring so much joy to my life. So I want to make sure other people know about them. $1 a month. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. So thank you for creating them. But I have exciting brain news, if that makes sense. I've been thinking about a game from my childhood for years now. I can picture it in my mind. Perfectly, and I've never seen anyone talk about it. I've never seen it on nostalgic game posts. I like doing a lot of research on nostalgic games myself because I played so many of them, and it's so fun to remember those games that you forgot you played. So I've never come across it, and it's the one game I've been trying to name. In my head, all I see is a castle, and it's a third POV, and there's a sad dragon at one point, and there's a big feast at one point with the king, and it's a puzzle game. I have not been able to find anything remotely similar for years. I found it today, June 11th, 2025, on the full moon. I finally found the game. Let me see if I can. I think it's called, oh gosh, what was it called? Puzzle something. It's okay, hold on. I commented it to someone on TikTok. I have to find it real quick. This is how like elusive it is in my brain. I can see it so perfectly, can never remember what it is. Never. Where is it? It was someone else trying to like remember a game that they've played, and I was like trying to help. Puzzle Castle, that's all it's called. Hold on. We need to pull up. It's like the cutest game ever. Was it this game? You can get it on Amazon? Or is that a book? I don't know. Anyways, game. It was this game. This game right here, Puzzle Castle. It had these like super artistic like storybook pages, and you had to like, it was like puzzles and you interacted with everything, and it was so magical and so much fun. And there was this dragon that was so sad because everyone thought it was bad, so it thought it was bad, but it's like, I think I'm a good dragon, but everyone tells me I'm bad, so I'm bad. And it just, oh my gosh, never heard of it. It was probably one of those games that like came in a cereal box or something and worked on our computer, thank goodness, and it changed my life. But it's been that like, there is a Reddit thread if anyone ever needs to like find an old game that you remember but you can't like quite put your finger on. It's called Tip of My Joystick on Reddit. It's a whole community dedicated to those old games, and people just like, this is how I found it. Someone was like super trying to describe the game as best they could because they couldn't find it either. It was the exact same game I've been thinking about, and someone finally found it. So Tip of My Joystick subreddit, if you ever need to find like a game from your childhood that you cannot remember. Speaking of childhood games, Anya sent me a Moomin 2 game. Well, the second Moomin game. Moomin is really cute. Norwegian. I think it's like Norwegian, Scandinavian. Anya sent it to me and I watched it with my daughter. It's like an old school, like magical, whimsical, just like kids TV show. It's so cute. I guess there's a game and now they're coming out with another game. So that's finished. It's finished. Thank you. Love this game. I just save it before the end so I can keep going back to play putt-putt. Oh my gosh. You know what? The putt-putt game is growing on me. It is a pretty fun like mini golf game. I have a similar, which game? Sometimes I keep Sea of Darkness installed on my desktop just so I can go in and play the phone games Nancy has, because they have the like Seeds of Persephone game from Labyrinth of Lies. I love that game so much. I've like memorized every level though, unfortunately, so I don't go back and play it as much anymore because I know the solution to like all of them. I've played it for hours. Seeds of Persephone from Labyrinth of Lies. That one's my jam. Megan, that is my putt-putt in the Nancy Drew verse. Again, sorry if I sniffle and stuff. I'm trying so hard not to be sick. I leveled up my drinking water though, so if you've been around for my water saga, I've always been a hydro homie for life. My Owala changed my life, and I drink so much water because of this thing. I've never been a Stanley girl. I have a Stanley. I got it as a gift. It was really nice in the hospital when I was having my baby, but my Owala is like my ride or die. It doesn't spill. I stay so hydrated. I got one for my husband, and he's like, I drink so much water now. We're both hydro homies. Recently leveled up. I got like one of these cheap little, this is my second one because I cracked my other one. These cheap little like plastic cute drink cups from Walmart. It's like $2.50 or something. I've been putting lemons in, and then Anya's like, you need to add cucumber too. So I did that and it got even better. I drink so many of these a day. Today we have cucumber and fresh mint from my yard. I don't know who lived here before and decided it was a good idea to put mint in the ground. Because if you know how mint works, it just sends shoots everywhere, and it's like bamboo. It just pops up all over your yard. I don't really mind. It kind of stays like contained to an area of my yard that I mow. But I always leave like a few sprigs so I can go out and pick some. So we have cucumber mint water today. Have not tried it yet. We'll give you a review in a few seconds when I try. I also love collecting shells in the Kapu Cave one. I actually want to replay that game so badly. I think that might be one that we play pretty soon, because I just love the summer vibes in Kapu Cave, and I think the puzzles and the activities are super fun. I know a lot of people like to hate on that game, but you will never hear me hate on that game. I agree. Collecting shells is so fun in that game. I use a big old Simply Modern water bottle, and I've never had one keep water so cold. You know, that is same with my Owala too. Like, if I put an ice cube in there, it's gonna stay cold for like 48 hours. Um, no, if you find the water bottle that does not spill and keeps your drinks cold, you will drink so much more water. Keep it next to you all day long. You're gonna go to the bathroom like 100 times a day, but it's so worth it. I feel TMI. I feel so accomplished when there's no color, if you know what I mean. All right, we're gonna try it. Ooh, the cucumber mint is, ooh, that's really refreshing. And we also, not to talk about water so much, we also just upgraded our water game because we got a water softener. And it's changed my life. It's changed, my hair is so smooth after a shower. We live in an area of the United States where we have the hardest water. So we got a water softener, and it's a lot of maintenance. We have to like replace the salt every month. You have to like scoop out the goop twice a year. We'll see whose job that ends up being. We're so fair with chores, and like we help each other out, and we like meet each other's needs in terms of like housework and stuff. That is like the one thing that we're looking at each other like. Our rule is though, if no one wants to do the chore, we have to do it together. That is something we came up with when we had Freya as a newborn. And if we had like a diaper in the middle of the night, I usually got up anyways with her just because I was breastfeeding. So I would typically be the one to get up anyways. But if there was a diaper in the middle of the night and neither of us wanted to do it, we both had to go do it. And that's been like, honestly, like such a great compromise. If we're both going to be, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Well, now we both have to do it. So if no one steps up, we both have to. Who's on goop scoop duty? Exactly. That one, we're probably going to have to do it together because neither of us wants to. So, and honestly, it's probably a learning thing too. It's probably not as bad as it sounds. It sounds awful. So we'll figure it out together. But yeah, but how long have we been? Oh my gosh, I got on ready to yap. What was so funny is I was so low energy this morning. I was like, my throat hurts. This is like a week of being sick now, and I'm so exhausted. I'm in my luteal phase. I was like, I'm going to be a drag on stream. I get on and just don't stop talking. So hope you guys are ready to yap today, because I guess I am. Also, just making sure. Anya, you are the top clipper. I'm looking at my stream like activity feed just to make sure I don't miss any. Excuse me. Miss any redemptions. It does not show in my chat, so I always need to make sure. I know everyone from Discord is basically here, but I do need to build the habit of posting to Discord when I go live, so I'm going to build that right now before we get started. My CPU may crash a little bit because my computer just doesn't know how to handle itself when Discord is top clipper, more like the only clipper I know. Both things are true. Also, if you are part of the Discord or would like to be part of the Discord, Anya posted some of her Granny squares. She's making one to represent each of the Nancy Drew games. I'm assuming, are you making a quilt with these, or are they just like individuals to have? Let me post the Discord and actually I can also do this. Hold on. Nightbot's here to save the day. So there's our cozy Discord. Blanket tapestry vibes, awesome. A tapestry would be super cute. In case anyone ever wants to join, and like I said, I also need to, I think there's a bot I can get so that whenever I go live, it posts in there, but we are live with and I should post a link, eh? Everything right here is just so, my face feels heavy, if that makes sense. The link might be expired. Oh, I didn't know that could happen. You learn something new every day in the online world. Okay, let's mute site and... All right. How do I post? There we go. There we go. All right. It is live on the Discord now, or it's announced on the Discord. Not too hard. All right, let's get into it. I need to find my little tool I use. Again, what's it called? DX space WND. I downloaded it from CurseForge, I think. And there's like a Reddit that allows you to, or shows you how to like do the settings for it. I can share it if anyone's ever interested, but that's what I use to like stream on 2 monitors if anyone ever has issues with Nancy Drew games. That is a good fix. So let's get into it though. Oh no! We are on the wrong screen. Ah! That's not what I want. Why would that happen now? On Discord, when you go to invite people at the bottom, there's a tiny edit invite link button, and there you can make a link that doesn't... Good to know. Thank you. I'm somewhat versed. I've only ever been like a member of Discords. I haven't really managed or ran many of them, so this is my first little learning curve for me. But thank you, Anya. I'll make sure and do that and update it in, because I think I have it in my link in bio as well. There we go. Okay, now I need to figure out why that's happening. I think I can change that in my display settings. I hope. Okay. This one should be my main display. Okay. There's always something, guys. I am so sick of tech issues. There's something new every single time. Not to be a little whiner, but the screen. Ah, wrong screen. It keeps covering. You guys are hiding. It keeps covering you guys up. There's no reason for it to be going to this monitor. I could just switch for the day, and that's fine, but it just bothers me that it's not working correctly. Do I need to like switch the monitors? I don't know. Maybe it's in the settings of this one, modify. I'm so scared to mess it up because I just... Okay, maybe that'll help. I think I did it. We're good. Let me know how volume is. I haven't changed anything. Actually, I may have turned up my desktop because last night I was playing some GTA Online, which I am not typically a... like fast-paced like shooting style game. It's not really an FPS. It's different, and I feel like that's why I like it. It feels like Sims but for like a bad bitch. I have my cute cars, I go shopping for clothes, I have like a beautiful penthouse apartment, I have a nightclub. Like, I'm kind of that girl in GTA Online. And that's like a game that I'm not good at games. I played Call of Duty for the first time like a year last night. That's fun. How did you do? How did it feel? Because that's like, I almost kind of want to challenge myself. I'm in an era of just wanting to be better at things. And I think that's something, an era I should always be in. We should always be wanting to get better ourselves at things. For example, my nails. I am out of nails on this hand right now. I've had a really tragic week with this hand. But I started doing my own nails, and each week I do them, I get better and better, and it feels so good. So as I'm playing like GTA lately, like I'm like, I want to get better at like car control and accuracy and aiming. I just want to be better at video games in general, I think, so I can enjoy a wider range of them. That's what stops me from playing a lot of games sometimes. Pretty good. Okay, good. I always talk myself out of it when it's after school hours because the kids online scare me. That's a really good point. And it's summer vacation now, so you're like never going to be safe. No, that's true. Did you play like with Gooba, or did you just play solo? well, online, but with other people. I did Halo recently. Hockey Hero, who's usually in our chat, he's got an internship now, so he's working on Wednesdays. We share 4 cousins. So a few weekends ago, I posted it in the Discord too. My cousin got a new house. His first house, he bought his first house. So we did a housewarming party in Halo Fest. I thought I was doing so good. I was looking at like the wrong score the whole time. I was doing awful. But I had fun, and that's what mattered. Nails, I need the new moon. Cat color changing nail polish. Oh, I haven't heard about that. I do the gel nails, so I know that's like a specific kind of gel that I have to use with like the UV lamp and stuff. Always use sunscreen though. I always do like my sunscreen lotion on my hands beforehand. I don't want wrinkly hands from this. No, I have to look that up. And just solo. Good for you. That is brave with all the kids home. Home from school. Yikes. Okay, I'm pretty sure when we left off last, I didn't really know what to do next. So we're going to flail for a while to begin with. As one does. There's always these lulls in Nancy Drew games. We just have to... Here's that frickin' pamphlet that took me forever to find. Not the pies. That's not where it was. It's in this shed for some reason. Sorry, I had to sniff real quick. I know like people hate when people sniff their nose. Especially as like a teacher, after seeing like just how kids are and stuff, they're trying their best to be clean, I do believe, but sometimes they need help being better at things too sometimes. It grosses me out more when people blow their nose. Unless they like wash their hands after. Like if I like watch you blow your nose and like throw it in the trash and like just rub your hands on your shirt after, I would rather you just sniff your nose. I would rather hear that sound. So I'm a sniffer. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try not to do it in the mic as much, but I know this one's extra sensitive. That one is a little bit more forgiving and sound canceling because it cuts my voice out. So we do not have all the mirrors yet, do we? That is, okay, we have 1, 2, 3. We need one more mirror, and I'm not quite sure. Let's look at our handy dandy checklist. And I also need my notebook. Oh my gosh, this just keeps getting better. I mean, I know it's essentially tea. So good though. Okay, figure out what to do with the mirrors. Well,
can't check that off.
I don't have all 4, do I? I need to look in my inventory. Find out what the receipt I found blowing around outside. Did we make that phone call? Oops. Clicked into the same thing again. Maybe. We got this trivet. Don't know what to do with it yet. Oh, we have to go deliver that. Where's Camp Avondale again? Oh my gosh, that's across the map. Do we have enough gas for that? How do I get out of here? Again, excuse me. Okay. So let's go make that phone call first. I think we have to call the number on... I swear we did that already. Maybe I had a fever dream.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please.
And it is... Larson P. Waddle.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. Very good. Now, how may I be of
Mr.
service?
Okay. Yeah, we called him already.
Mr. Waddell again at LK53029.
Do I need to talk to the person on top, actually?
The line's busy. Probably took his phone off the hook. Here's your nickel.
Thanks anyway.
Oh, I got my nickel back. How did she do that? Okay, let's call that number on top. I don't think we've done that yet.
How may I be of service?
Hi, Mr. Kowski. Could you please connect me with my dad? His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Also, let me know if you can hear it picking up on the mic. I see it.
Hi, Dad.
Did you pick those papers up yet?
Yep.
Great. You can
Should be
give
good.
them
I can
to
barely
me.
hear it myself.
Emily's. So what else have you been doing?
Emily
Oh, this is just
invited me to
Dad.
Lilac Inn because she wanted me to have you lock her mother's jewelry up in your safe.
This
Only
mystery takes
someone
place in
stole
one
it so
day.
I could take it with me.
Stole it? Good gosh.
That was right after the stove in the kitchen exploded.
The stove exploded? Sounds to me like you'd be well advised to cut your visit there short.
No, I want to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's going on.
I have to.
Have to?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Emily just lost her mom, and she's worried about losing the inn, and her guardian's all wet when it comes to helping out.
Nancy is such a... The voices are kind of low. Okay.
You are so curious that you feel like you'll
Let
absolutely
me-
burst if you don't find out why all these weird things
Here.
have been happening, right?
Is that better? I just turned it
Yes.
up a little bit in the
Don't
mixer.
worry, I know the feeling. You're a chip off the old block, I'm afraid. Well, as long as you're like me in one other way, you should be fine.
What way is that? Smart?
Careful.
I know Carson's such a hands-off dad, but, like, they have a good dynamic. They get each other.
I'm earning money by delivering
I
telegrams
do
for
really
Tubby's
love...
Telegram.
Okay, voices are better. Good.
Good for
Chat
you.
doesn't
That's
pop
a
up
great
on
way to
screen.
meet
Where are you?
people and to accumulate a little cash, which might come in handy. You're putting extra wear and tear on your car.
I
Yes,
might
Dad.
need
What
to...
else have you been up to?
We're going to pause over here real quick. Actually, can I minimize this? I don't know. I may need to grab a link for that real quick, actually. I had to, like, for some reason, whenever I log into my, my, OBS, it makes me, like, re-sign into Restream, which is what I use to, like, multi-stream. I did finally stop streaming on TikTok. I would just, like, maybe, like, one person would chat, but I would lose, like, 10 or 15 followers each time, which, like, isn't a big deal, whatever, but it was just kind of that, like, it's kind of a drag to, like, notice. So I was like, honestly, TikTok's not really adding much to my streaming experience, I feel like. So I'd get, like, one nice commenter every once in a while, so I'll miss that, but okay. Settings, pair channels. Ooh, I'm so scared to, like, touch things in here. Honestly, yeah, I've gotten, like, some, like, weird things in there sometimes, or just, like, I don't understand, like, how TikTok Live works. I really don't. So I've, like, tried, but it feels, like, so, like, spammy to me. Embed chat. Here we go. Copy. And chat properties. Okay. Oh, do I use sound alerts for chat? What? Oh. Oh. Okay. What if I do this? Oops, not what I wanted to do. Shoot. Okay. I might need to go to sound alerts to be able to get the correct chat thing in. Maybe that just needs, like, an updated sign in. Sound alerts. Okay, log in. I think what happened was I cleared my cache recently, so I think that kind of, oh, I don't want that. Scenes. Copy source URL and properties. Okay, let me, like, see if that works correctly. I could just, like, do this, so. Okay, okay, it should work. Let me do a little test. Oh, wait, I think I might need to do it for this one, too. Okay, here we go. Let me do another test. Okay, we're back. Should be good now. Let me also... Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to get rid of you guys. I was going to fix it for that. I will just do that after the stream. So, back to Live scene. I'm going to move you guys back over on the right side too. There we go. And I think we're good.
I'm pretty sure I saw the car belonging to
Actually, let me
Emily's
just test
banker
one more
parked-
time. Where are you? One more test. Hold on. I think it's actually two different. Oh no, it works here. Doesn't work over here. Let me try something. I think because this one is like. Paste. Okay, I think that should be a good fix for now. We'll just leave it at that for the sake of getting back to the game.
Side
Sorry
of the
about
road
that.
by
Thank
the
you for.
Lilac Inn this morning, just before the explosion.
Are you suggesting Emily's
Thanks for
banker was
giving me
somehow
time to
responsible for the
fix
explosion?
that little blip. Emily's banker somehow.
When I asked him about it, he did seem kind of evasive.
It's okay to have your suspicions, Nancy. But in a town as small as Titusville, it's very easy to alienate people. Until you know the facts, you'd be well advised to keep your suspicions to yourself.
I met Emily's guardian, Jane. What does a guardian do, anyway?
A guardian is pretty much a surrogate parent. Jane is legally responsible for Emily's physical and financial well-being.
Jane doesn't strike me as being the parental type. In fact, I get the impression she's in way over her head.
Fortunately for her, it's not forever. Most guardianships end when the ward turns 18. And then both Jane and Emily will be free to do whatever they please.
You'd think Emily's mom
Ouch,
would have
Nancy.
chosen somebody a little more competent to take care of her only child.
As Jane's like
That's
standing on the
always
other
as
side of the
they
glass,
appear.
non-soundproof
Maybe she's not
door.
as bad as you think.
Or maybe she's worse.
I just know Nancy's like more
Don't tell me you
competent
think
over her
Emily's
shoulder to make
guardian
sure she can
stole
really
the
hear
jewelry.
it.
Good grief, where did you get such a suspicious mind?
I think it was from the person who has always told me that the best way to solve a problem is to look at all the possibilities. Dad.
I did say that, didn't I?
Goodbye, Dad.
Take care.
Take care. That is not the original, or that's not like the classic Carson voice. I'm positive, actually, but I'm happy they changed. He's a lot more expressive in the later games, and I do like that about him. Let's
Talk
just...
to Emily, then talk to me.
Oh, okay.
Jane told you, didn't she?
What happened?
That picture on the wall over there? I saw it move. I was just sitting here and it moved all by itself. I saw it move. I really did. Last week, a book fell off the shelf for no reason. And before that, I heard these weird noises. And almost every
Here comes
day
the zoom
I hear
in.
a voice, like a whisper.
Right?
Coming out of nowhere. Jane thinks it's nerves, but I don't want to talk about
darn
this.
it. I
Did
feel
you
like
see
there's...
Jim Archer?
I'm afraid I don't have very good news.
The jewelry wasn't insured?
I swear there's a scene where, like, it zooms in, like, super close on her eyes, and she, like...
Your mom dropped the insurance. in
Did we
order to
have that
save
already?
Money for...
Shh.
There.
Did you hear that?
Hear what? Shh.
Shh.
Nothing. I'm going to have to sell the inn, aren't I?
You know, it's possible, just possible, that the will that was found was not the will Josiah wrote.
You mean he may have left us money after all? No, that's wishful thinking. And I refuse to get my hopes up again because they'll probably just get dashed again.
Listen, I feel bad enough that you drove all the way out here for nothing. Maybe you should just go home.
Would you mind if I stayed for a while?
No, but I really don't feel like being sociable right now.
Fair
There's
boundary.
nothing for you to do.
We love an emotionally intelligent queen.
I'd like to try to figure out what happened to that jewelry.
What are you? Some kind of Sam Spade?
Well, just because I've never solved a mystery before doesn't mean I can't. Anyway, there's no harm in trying, right? Who knows? I might turn out to be good at it.
Be my guest.
I do like that they keep it, like, true to the the first book being Secret of the Old Clock. I've never sold. I see how they're trying to like make it, you know,
I'll be
Nancy's
back in a
first
little
mystery.
bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Okay, so let's go investigate this picture.
What could have made this picture move?
I am just, every time I see this, my like stomach drops a little bit. I'm not looking forward to the sewing puzzle on stream. Like in the comfort of my own like privacy, failure is okay. I'm okay feeling in front of you guys. What I'm not okay with is feeling in front of you guys like 10 times in a row and making you watch. That might be what that's gonna be. I don't think it'll be as bad as I remember it, but I just, ooh, let me go talk to Jane actually.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always gonna be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
I'd like to kind of look around. Is that okay with you?
You betcha. And keep an eye out for those
Hi,
tools.
Sir
The sheriff's not
Reldar.
going to
Sir Reldar,
investigate.
there we go.
He said since nobody got
It
robbed
is,
at
I love the
gunpoint or
emoji.
anything,
It is
coming out
going
here again just
pretty
didn't
well.
seem
I was afraid
necessary. Said
we
it
kind of
sounded
like
to
left
him
off
like
at a
the
stagnant
jewelry had just
point
been
on my last
misplaced.
stream
You see,
where like I didn't really know what to do next,
it only
so
felt
we got the
fair
ball
to tell
rolling
him
pretty
about
quickly this
Emily's,
time.
You know, delicate state of mind.
Her delicate state of mind.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty dighty.
Why does that feel gaslighty? Okay, let's peek around. Oh my gosh!
Looks like
Call
this
it
lever opens the couch.
Sleuth intuition. It does look like the lever opens this couch. I think I would agree. Nancy Drew and being stuck with nothing to do. What an iconic duo. Oh my gosh. Every game has that like lull where you're in secret tunnel. Everyone take a drink. Cheers. My gosh, that's good. Just mint and cucumber. Oop. It is not a Nancy Drew game without a spooky, spiderweb-filled secret tunnel. That's... I don't care if it's a book, if it's like a TV show, if it's a video game I'm in. I am freaking jazzed every time there's a secret tunnel. This is secret room, secret tunnel. I can't have a Nancy Drew game without it. If there's not that, I do feel like a forlorn sense of disappointment by the end that I just missed out on something. Oh, Anya farted, guys. Pew.
From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently.
Uh-oh. I wouldn't have noticed that, but way to go, Nance. All right, hotspot search time. So I don't miss like a turn or something. Do I get to keep
An
all
old
this?
piggy bank.
Heck yeah. How much am I gonna get?
Swell, $1.
Swell.
This piggy bank looks like it's been here for
God, that's
a long
like
time.
$100 back then. And today's inflation? This is silent to the silent but deadlies. That's actually, we're having that conversation right now with like, Freya's starting to learn words and stuff. And Tanner and I are like, what do we name a fart? Do we go to the toot route, which is I think a little bit more like, you know, polite maybe? Or do we go like the fart route, which is like our kind of language? Yet to be determined. I think it's so cute when a baby says toot, but we'll see. Which maybe we'll just use both and let her pick up on one. What do we have? Oh man, okay. Is this a slider
I wonder if
puzzle?
those tiles are supposed to make a picture.
It can't be. No, I think we just swap them out. Okay. How do we... Let's just get everything rotated. Creepy's corner. And I'm gonna assume... Is this on... Okay, this is on top. Oops, not what I wanted. I do need to do a good puzzle sometime. Creepies. Core. How are we doing puzzles with cats? Because I actually haven't done a puzzle in a decade? Maybe a decade, because I have a cat. Unless I complete that puzzle in like one sitting, how do you get a puzzle done if you have a cat? She's gonna throw everything around. I mean, if I was a cat, I would too. I don't blame her, but love to do a puzzle sometime. Okay, things are looking good so far. I think this needs a little rotation. There we go. Beautiful. Does that? I don't think that matches up. Maybe. I don't think that's right. Back with the snack. What'd you get? You have to share what the snack is. Ooh. We've been vibing. I love snacking in the summer. I turn into such a grazer. Like, winter, cold months for me are like my like hearty, like big meals at the end of the day kind of thing. But summertime, I love grazing. We always have like summer sausages, a staple, different cheeses. Grapes are very important for the spread. I just went back to Aldi to get not one, but two. That looks, yeah, that's better. 2 things of their peach salsa that they have. It is so good. It's like peach mango salsa. I also figured out Walmart carries the same one, so that's really good. Because the limited edition one is at Aldi, and I can't have that. That looks better. Maybe not. No, it doesn't. Here we go. Apples and a dip I found on TikTok. The creator called it Poop Yourself Apple Dip because when she first made it, she ate so many apples. Oh my gosh. That is a good name for it. I mean, it is going to get people to stop scrolling. That's hilarious. Greek yogurt, almond butter, cinnamon, and honey. I just got wildflower honey that I'm so excited to use too. That's a really good one. Freya's not quite to the apple stage. I'm always like collecting meal ideas for toddlers because they can be a little tough to please sometimes with food. But that sounds excellent. Okay, here, I need to focus. That, and this looks right. Is that right? I think this needs a rotation. I don't think that's right. I don't think this is right either, actually. Here we go. No, that's... Okay, I'm kind of struggling with this bottom. This actually does look right. I think that matches up. This does not quite... There we go. He switched around. I'm so confident that that one goes here. Maybe not, actually. No. Gonna make dinner. That's right. It's like... It's kind of late there, I suppose. I know, I'm so sure this one goes here. Where am I going wrong? Are we sure this isn't senior detective level? What the heck? Oh, no, okay. Are we like, am I off somewhere? If you are watching and you know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, wait. There we go. Got my success song. Ooh.
That symbol reminds me of the one on that trivet that used to belong to Josiah.
Let me write that connection down real quick. Trivet? Question mark. All right, onward. And making sure I'm not missing like a... something on the floor even. Nope, I think we're good.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. Cheers, that sounds like Richard Topham. This door must open right into his living room.
Can I like go up there anyways? If I turn the lights off? Okay.
I can't go in there now. Mr. Topham will see
Can we
me.
force it?
I can't go in there now.
No, I don't think we
Mr. Topham
can.
will see me.
Put it down. Good.
But we can
Food
eavesdrop.
Not toys, remember?
I wish I had subtitles. I can like barely hear it. Alright, well, leave it to Nancy to just stumble upon this. And I especially love when it's like
Guess I better
Deception
not leave the
Island
lights
style
on.
tunnels. That's what these ones are to me. I have like different categories of tunnels in my head for Nancy Drew games. The Deception Island ones are like the prime secret tunnels to find. Except they're so long, which makes sense for, you know, how the game works and stuff, but... Alright, let's...
What's cooking?
not tell her about
Well,
what we
I'll
just
talk to you
found.
later.
Bye now.
Wait a second, isn't there like... I missed something important. Tunnel tier list went... Honestly, though. Honestly, that would be like a really fun ranking to do. Secret locations in Nancy Drew game tier list. 100%. Okay, there should be something. Obviously, I'm in the ground right now. Am I missing where I can go up and mess with... I don't want to spoil, but... And is there another secret location I'm not
Now
finding?
I'm hearing things.
Nope, nope, nope. That's promising. I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. I feel it in my soul. Feel it in my spirit.
I feel like someone's watching me.
You're not wrong, Nancy. I don't think you're wrong. But I just feel like we're not quite finding everything
Guess
there
I
is.
better not leave the lights on.
One more time. I just need to walk down these tunnels and think for a second. Come on, Nancy. Or these also heavily remind me of like the tunnels in Ghost Dogs too. Also good tunnels. I like them damp and dank and honestly stinky. The has to be a little stinky. I know this place stinks. I just don't think I'm in the right spot quite yet.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Kind of like, you know how like, in a weird way, like how books stink a little bit, where it just feels right, or like an old library book that smell so good. Or like closets in old people's houses. Our closets, so like this is like a very old house. I think it was built in like the 40s or something. Like it's not very old, but like 80 years. And like a little old lady lived here for a while, and sometimes on like a warm summer day you can just like get that kind of antiques in the closet, quilts in the closet kind of stink, if that makes sense. It's a nostalgic smell.
Hi, Nancy.
Everyone's closet's gonna smell like that eventually in life.
I'll be back in a little bit.
I just have a little
You're
left
the
over
bee's
in this
knees.
house.
Hi,
Wait,
Nancy.
okay.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
So I guess finding that changed nothing. Can I go in here yet? Can I look through your sock drawer? But without asking, I am
Would it be
gonna...
okay if I played a record?
With asking, excuse me. We're not that rude.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. but it would take money to do that, and to get money, I need to confront
Unfortunately,
my arch enemy, Nick, who had recently become
I think this
able
is
to
one of those
transform
things that we
himself
have to like listen
fittingly
to on
into a
repeat
giant
and like
warthog.
like crack the code.
When his forest
Is this
hideaway
what I
came
need the
into
trivet
view,
for? Oh,
dismounted
gosh.
and approached the
I think it is. Okay. I need... Yep, that's exactly what it is. So I'm pretty sure it's more so to do with... Is it only the sounds used? I think it's the sounds used. I'm just trying to think about how best to go about this. This is where like 2 monitors would come in so handy. If I could just like keep the picture over here. I could use my snipping tool real quick actually. Let's do it. We have technology, SpongeBob. Okay, new. Go like this. This is like, so typically I love using Snapchat when I play Nancy Drew games because it takes like a temporary picture that you can just erase but like keep on the screen. Typically what I do, I have my stream manager up though on my phone, so I just use the snipping tool to pull it up in my second monitor. Problem solution. Okay. I can't remember if it's like also the dialogue, but I'm pretty sure it's sound effects. Because it's like an old radio style show like War of the Worlds, which unironically is one of my favorite movies. I'm not like a Tom Hanks action. He's a weirdo. I'm not a big action movie person. Anyways, like I think Top Gun is okay. I get that it's like a classic movie now, but like it's okay. It's not my thing. Love War of the Worlds. Unironically, that's like one of my favorite. It's something about like it's the alien sound, like the boom, terrifies me. I watched that movie at like a perfect point in my childhood where like, you know, when your parents were like trying to like introduce you to scary movies, but like they were like you know, it was like very soft scary movies that wouldn't give you like awful nightmares all night. My first scary movies were Godsend. I haven't watched that movie since. I think that Tanner and I need to do a watch of that one. That's like where like their kid dies in a tragic accident and they clone him and like weird things start happening. I don't know if anyone remembers that movie, but that was like my first scary movie. Skeleton Key, which I remember nothing about, and War of the Worlds, and Signs. Signs was everyone's scary movie, I'm convinced, actually. We watched Signs. That kind of got me into a little alien phase. Also terrified me. That scene where like the alien walks by at the birthday party on TV is burned in my brain. Had nightmares about it, but like I was brave about it, you know? And then we watched War of the Worlds. Changed my life. That's like my favorite alien movie. That's up there with Independence Day. So with that, let's get to our radio show. All that spiel just because I mentioned a radio show. Okay. Oh, we didn't put the right one on. Hold on.
Would it be okay if I played the
Imagine
record?
just being like,
Sure.
hey, is it okay if I play this record real quick? And it's just like this unhinged horror show, and I just sit there listening to it quietly, taking notes. Okay, so Hoofbeats. Hoofbeats is G.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy,
And I think we can just
fateful
kind of
night
like
when I decided
scroll
the time
through.
had
So
come to rid the
2
world
claps
the
of
creature.
thunder is
But it
O.
would take money to do that,
O.
and to get money, I needed to confront my
I'm a
arch
goo
enemy,
man.
Nick, who
Rain
had recently
is
become able
D.
to transform
Good.
himself fittingly into a giant warthog.
Door opening is F.
When his forest hideaway came into view,
Oops, I feel like
dismounted.
hold on, I just want to make sure I didn't scroll too far. It's so hard in these old games. Footsteps is E. Clashing Swords is L.
My fears that
Clashing
he would
Swords
leave me
again is L.
for a
Good
terrible
fellow.
storm began to rage,
I actually
washing
don't
away the
remember.
sound of my footsteps. I peered
Clap of
through the rain
Thunder,
stream
O.
beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire.
Speaking of thunder, we are in for like the rainiest, stormiest week.
But the malicious smile on his face
Literally gonna storm for
suggested
the
that
next
he
week
was
straight,
recalling
and
his
you're gonna hear me
recent
talking about it.
porcine
So
exploits.
it's already like starting to
Seeing
come
that
in.
the door
I
was
watered my
unlocked,
plants for like the
I
last time for the
pulled
rest
it
of the week
open
last night just because they needed it.
and marched
I'm not gonna
across
see
the
them much
room
again until
towards
next
him.
week, unfortunately. But garden's going great so far, in case
Step
anyone was
away
wondering.
from
Sound
that
of
bundle of
coins.
warthog potion, I
Is that
commanded,
W?
and
Yeah,
give me
W.
the 20
Good
gold
fellow.
coins you stole from my poor servant. I'm not going to give you a thing.
All right, good
save
fellow.
Perhaps a taste.
I'm not gonna make you listen to the whole thing. Okay. Again, I just use my little snipping tool to put that on my other screen. Little Nancy Drew tip that I never thought about. If you are gaming with 2 monitors, that's a really easy way to keep notes on the screen. I wish there was like, I feel like there needs to be a companion app with Nancy Drew games that like lets you take notes off screen without it being like a whole thing with how the old games run. I would love something like that. Or so where you can just like pull, so like if I wanted to view something, I can pull it and like I can like pull it out as like a mini screen in the corner or something. You know, just things you think about when you play Nancy Drew games an unlimited number of times. All right, so we got, usually I hate those kind of puzzles and they stump me. We're getting better. I think I'm just finally learning how Nancy Drew games typically work. Play the record I found in the tunnel and see what's on
I'm
it.
finished with that.
If what's on it somehow ties in with anything else that Josiah left behind. Have we added stuff to the resume? Not. We have added, the last thing I put was bass fisherman last time we played. What have we encountered since then? Putt-putt, professional, I would say, because we did have to put that on, or we did have to do that a lot. Putt-putt, profesh. We went in the tunnels. I just can't miner. we didn't mine, so I feel like that's an exaggeration. But spelunker. Would Nancy qualify as a spelunker? Does anyone else get those horrifying videos on TikTok? I am like, those things are so horrifying that they lock me in, though. Anything about cave diving. I know so many of like the popular stories. If I'm on the iceberg of like cave diving lore, I'm probably still on the top, but I've got those stories in this head. I can retell them verbatim almost. I've seen them so. What is it? Nutty Putty Cave? Ooh. Where the guy gets like stuck upside down because he took a wrong turn. Horrifying stuff. I think like if I have a phobia, if it's not the gross sinks in Nancy Drew games, it's probably claustrophobia. And I've never like had like a terrible time with it, like, but just like the thought of being stuck, like getting stuck in a water slide is enough for me to just not go down one. That would, like, especially those narrow ones that I see. My stomach's actually starting to get upset just talking about it, so. But no, I don't know if Nancy quite qualifies for spelunking yet. Unscramble the picture that's on the wall. We did that. Make sure I've seen everything there is to. I don't think I've done this.
That's done.
I stand corrected. Figure out what Creepy's Corner has to do with those strange pictures above the letters on that trivet, and if the trivet really is some kind of decoder, figure out what the message is and where to use it.
Can't check that off.
So we do know the message is Goodfellow. Not quite sure where to use it yet. See what's at the end of the passageway that the window seat in the parlor leads to. Did that. Find out what happens when you go down the stairs that are in the... Okay. We are really laying out the steps.
That's done.
I don't think Nancy's tired of writing. She has to be. Figure out what to do with the mirrors I found in those old clocks.
Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that yet.
Oops. There we go. Oh, again, sorry for sniffling. What did we find out about the receipt? Speaking of sneaking around, if I ever want to sneak into Topham's now, I've got a way to do it. Oh, we are in for some of the best POVs in the game when Topham catches you. So funny. Coming up. Okay. Dad asked me to pick something up. Okay. Oh. This puzzle. I don't think we've hit that one yet where we have to do top. Did we? No, we did like the on paper test, but we haven't done the oral test yet with his like psychic abilities. Not looking forward to that one because that one's like a lot of trial and error if I do remember correctly. Okay. Are we not seeing anything about the receipt I caught? I just feel like there's something about that that I... Excuse me while I peruse through this. Okay, whatever. I'm over it. We'll figure it out when the time's right.
What's cooking?
Nope, nothing to talk to
Well,
you
I'll
about.
talk to you later.
Let's go
Don't take any
cruising.
wooden nickels.
Let's go waste some gas. Oh my gosh, the mint in there? Fresh mint, so good. Thankful that it just grows wild. Well, not wild. Someone put it there, but if you ever plant mint, please do it in a pot. Otherwise, it will grow like everywhere. Same with like catnip. I made that mistake a while back. Okay, so we need to deliver a telegram. I just want to say my driving is phenomenal right now. The GTA I've been playing is paying off. Look at that. Not what I wanted. Wait a second. I so confidently... Okay, we are too far north. Go past the gas station. How are we doing for gas? Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying. The GTA is paying off. Look at me go.
Hi, I've got a telegram for a counselor here named
Ugh.
Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go dry up, Jason! What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
Let's just get gas. You know, I'm just terrified of running out, truly. I've never run out of gas in real life, although, actually, fun connection to this game.
That's okay. I changed my mind.
We can't just top her
Bye.
off? Oh, come on, Nancy, don't be cheap. The friend who first lended me this game, she lived like 3 miles out of town from me. So she would like every day if she had to drive into town or like drive to school, she always had to drive by my house. Usually like she'd pick me up for school and stuff, but we would always swap video games like this growing up, and she gave me this game, so that's like the reason I played this game in my youth. But she, not just once, I've never ran out of gas myself before. Obviously, you know where the story's going. She, not just once, but twice ran out of gas right in front of like we were right next to the highway. My parents' house is like right next to the highway she would come down, like right on the edge of town. She ran out of gas twice right by our house. So like one time I was literally downstairs gaming at the family PC, and I turn around and she's like, all of a sudden like she's in my basement, she's crying. She's like, Maddie, I just ran out of gas. We're like teenagers at this point. And so I had like my mower gas in my parents' shed that I gave her to like get her to the gas station. And then she did it again sometime, and I wasn't home, and I think my parents had to like fill her up and get her to the gas station, which was like honestly blocks from her house. Like it was right next to where I used to work. I would walk to work like every day. What are the odds that both times she runs out like right in front of her house? Like, funny times. Anyways, so that's the story of the friend who first got me to play this game. She was also the one that gave me, I think, Barbie Fashion Show, and I played that game. I played it again recently, actually. I would totally play it on stream too if you guys are ever like looking for nostalgic games. If I can get them to work, I will play them. I think it's so much fun. No, I recently replayed Barbie Fashion Show. It was just as good, if not better, than playing as a child. And we need to bring back more dress-up games like that, I've decided. Because they are the moment, and they are always fun. Actually, no, let's go see Jim. I'm just really trying to waste gas today. No, I am so down for nostalgic gaming if anyone's ever, like, down for it. Or other games, too. We don't always have to do Nancy. I love doing Nancy Drew games, but and for as little as I stream, I do, like, trying to play through them.
Hello again.
I guess I'll be going.
Nothing.
Give my best to Emily.
Okay. So I have a general idea of where we're heading next. Did I already solve this one? Oh. We don't even have the thing for it yet. Let's go talk to Richard. Unfortunately. He is... If we did a tier list of characters in the video games too, he might be one of my least liked characters. There is just like... I get that he's like goofy and like a little bit of comedic relief in the games. His personality just kind of grates me. It's so frustrating when people are like him. I've never really encountered anyone like him, but just he is so like...
Hi, Mr. Topham.
He just believes in himself a little bit too much. And he's just...
Now what?
He's not smart enough to be that confident, if that's a fair assessment.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
Yeah, where's this trapdoor come out of? Really, I'm just here to pet your cat. And if he goes missing, do not give the cops my name. Because this cat is kind of everything. Just gotta refill my water. Again, I just use my Awala as like a canteen now. To refill, basically. Oh my gosh, the birds outside my window are going crazy right now. There's like this little gap in our siding that unfortunately they can get into. They probably shouldn't be, but whatever. Mi casa, su casa. But they are just really perturbed at something right now. We already did that, right? We already did that, right? Cat Whisperer should be on... Honestly, though. We already did that, right? Oh, I'm so sure we did. We'll just do it again to keep the brain sharp, you know? Hold on, what was that? A butterfly? Also, I don't care how disliked the game is. Here it is. I just got the random craving to play... What's it called? Deadly Device. That is like one of my favorite games for some reason. That is like my unliked but I like Nancy Drew game. I find it so cozy. Ooh, not the right kind. There it is. No, it's this one. And... Okay, yeah, we definitely already solved that bit. Okay. Just keeping the mind sharp, you know. It's Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine. It's Grandpa. I do feel like that has to be like a little Easter egg for it, especially considering the carousel in the opposite corner. In a game that could potentially be the last, which is the lore, I have decided to just that's my headcanon now. And yeah, I just feel like these Easter eggs are obviously, you know, Captain's Cove right there. Heavy in the game if it was going to be the last one. Which just makes me kind of love it even more because it feels like a love letter to Nancy Drew a little bit. That's Michael? The horse? Or this guy? Is that canon or head canon? Oh, that's just Michael. Also, more fun locations to build in Sims. That would be like a Michael the grandfather, Matthew the dad, and Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine. I love that. Nope, that is headcanon now. Do we need a Nancy Drew headcanon channel on Discord? Okay, so here's the deal: is I am missing one more mirror.
Radiometer. Keen.
Keen is a word that needs to be brought back. I actually just want to like do a cozy rereading of the book. And I am so scared. I'm pretty sure I left my original copy. I've been thinking about it recently because I really thought I had it. I think I left my original copy in my classroom when I left, which is fine because like I want that book to, I'll just buy another. But it was my childhood. Like it was like a 3-in-1 Nancy Drew set. I really hope it's being loved though by students who are rediscovering Nancy Drew in the games.
I wonder what goes here.
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, but it'd be cool to have. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of stumped. Let's call Bess. I think it's worth our 5 cents to just kind of get a little direction because I'm just kind of wandering in the game, which is how I tend to play them, especially with streaming.
Hi, could you please connect me with Bess Marvin at KL54468?
Just a second.
Yapping too much.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
It's Nancy again. Stay off my feet this time.
Do we do the
okay?
full
Oh, stop
dialogue?
describing.
Yeah, because it's not giving me an
Nancy.
option
What's
for a
going on?
hint.
What do you guys know about ESP?
I know it would be fun to have ESP. Speak for yourself. You wouldn't like to be able to read people's minds? And know what everybody in school really thinks of my clothes? She's wearing that blouse with that skirt? Ew, what a drip.
What a drip.
No, thanks. Oh, George, nobody makes fun of the way you dress. Except for when you wear that paisley scarf with your plaid skirt. You're just asking for it then. Why did you bring up ESP, Nancy?
There's a guy here named Richard Topham. He runs a school for the development of paranormal powers.
Is he on the up and up? Oh, Bess, of course he's not.
Somehow he got an old man to will him his entire estate.
Do you think he had something to do with those stolen jewels?
Well, as a matter of fact...
Shh, hold on. How about you, Mrs. Farthingham? What do you think? Oh, party lines are the pits. When I get my own place, the first thing I'm going to do is get my very own private phone line. And the second thing you're going to do is get
I remember that still like being a thing in like 2000s.
What were you going to say, Nancy?
I found a passageway
Like in the
leading from
movies, like the
inn to
rich popular
Richard
girl had her own
Topham's, which
phone
means
line and like
Topham
phone
may
in her
very
room.
well have stolen those jewels.
No kidding.
One of like the cool wired phones that are vintage now.
I may try to sneak into his house when he's busy with a student and see if I can find them.
You sound like a police detective or something. Wait a minute. Have you been reading Dash Hammett stories again?
Maybe.
Well, just remember, whenever you're around this Topham guy, say the alphabet over and over to yourself. Yes, what are you talking about? It'll keep him from reading her mind. You're out of yours, you know that? Go chase yourself.
I can't figure out Emily's guardian, Jane Willoughby.
Why? What's wrong with her?
Nothing, really. She just seems so eager to believe that Emily is mentally unstable and that it's all her fault.
Does she have any kids of her own?
Doesn't sound like it.
Then maybe it is all her fault. Being a parent is an
Ugh.
incredibly difficult, exhausting job. At least, that's what my parents were always telling me.
I just can't figure out why Emily's mom would have asked someone like Jane to take care
Nancy
of her
like
daughter.
hates
For
Jane.
one thing, you don't know
Nancy
what Emily's
will
mom
take
was
any
like.
chance she gets to
and
like
Jane may have
talk
been
shit
two
about
peas in a
Jane.
pod.
True.
By the way,
You
that
know what
Jane
Jane
in
used to
there.
be like. People change, you know.
You wouldn't believe what I had to go
We
through
love you,
to
Nancy.
get Josiah's trivet back.
Honestly
What did you
though,
want Josiah's trivet
Nancy
As it
did read a
turns
bunch
out,
about
I
that.
think it may
That
be
was a
some
lot of
kind
driving.
Decoder.
Decoder for
As someone
what?
that does not like
That I
making
don't
short
know.
trips for
The
lots of
man had a
stops,
trivet that was
I
really
am
a
sympathizing
decoder?
with Nancy on that. That would have actually
I'm rich, you won't
driven
catch
me over the edge.
trying
I would have
things
just
like
gone
that.
home.
No, what will
Sorry,
you
Emily.
buy when you're rich, Bess? A bathtub filled to the brim with chocolate bonbons. That's what I thought.
That's it for now.
Bye.
No
And if
hints.
you call back and we're not here, it means we went to see this movie called The Big Trail. Yeah, this guy named John Wayne is in it.
John
He's
Wayne.
a real dreamboat. We'll let you know if she's right.
Oh, that's cute. John Wayne. My uncle has a picture of him. Every house he's lived in, his like one contribution to the decor is he needs to have his John Wayne portrait hung up. I just need to like sit in here and think best for a second. What do you know? Oh no, I don't want to do this. No, thank you. So I need to find one more mirror. We've already done that. We've already done the other one. Is there... Can I get back to that clock? Did we do that already? I don't think that's one. Not in here. Backseat gaming, totally open right now if I'm just
Hi, Nancy.
wandering around and you guys are
I'll
like,
be back
girl,
in a little
you need to be
bit."
going this way.
Okay.
Go for it. Oops, click too far.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Interesting. Alright, so calling Bess did absolutely nothing for us. Excellent. Alright, we're just gonna rely on ourselves. I think I know what that's for, and I think there's like a few steps we have to take before then. I still feel like there's something about this that we did not complete yet. Did I have to like drive somewhere? We can't visit that place, can we? I don't think so. Let's cruise. Ooh, I am getting snacky now. Did we ever stop here?
Hello, are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. One key, determine resale value, item 493. Oh yeah, this was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate, had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me. And
Jim
told me to keep it.
Archer,
Do you think I could have it?
probably a baby
Sure.
bitch.
Once you pay the appraisal fee,
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good, here's the key. Enjoy.
Just gave it to me, huh? So I think this is our last mirror. I think this is where we've been stumped because I know we have to get into another location before we can do much. Do you mind if I just unlock this
It would
clock?
sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
Do I have to ask him first? That would be the polite thing to do, I suppose. Oh, we'll talk to Jim.
Hello again.
He just looks exactly like I expected him to look. Like, first time playing this game.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
in fact, I paid
get him,
the appraisal
Nancy.
fee. I have the key right here.
How industrious of you. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So
You lost
it
all
would be
interest in
all right if I
paying.
kept the key for myself?
I have no
In
use
this
for it.
economy?
In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
I guess I'll be
Sure.
going.
Give my best to Emily.
All right, let's boogie. Oh, not a gear puzzle. Gosh. Blech. No. Maybe yes. Come on. Does it pop on when it's accurate or boop boop? Close enough. Let's see. You look like you go here. You can probably go there. You go here. You go here. Maybe. You go here? Not even close, huh? Is that one right? I think everything has its like, there we go, special spot. Got it. Got it. Also, this is so off topic. I don't know if anyone follows the Assassin's Creed games, which I love those games so much because you learn. I love educational games that don't like feel in your face educational. Nancy Drew games are a great example of that. I think that's just like being a product of the 2000s where every game for kids was like hyper educational and so much fun back then, I will say. Ooh. You can't tell me this thing's worth nothing. Look at that. Got it. Okay, we are about to have like one of the best animations in the Nancy Drew verse. Anyways, love the Assassin's Creed games, especially like the first, you know, the first two and like the second trilogy. The Ezio trilogy is just my favorite. I learned so much about the Italian Renaissance, like every time period of one that I play, you learn so much about. Odyssey is so much fun. Origins was pretty fun. My husband played all of Valhalla. He loves like Norse mythology and that kind of stuff. And he had fun with that one. But they are coming out with, it's kind of like a new twist on the games. I feel like the games themselves had an era. There's a little bit of a flop era in there, but they're coming out with Assassin's Creed Hex, Hexe, and it's going to be like, it's the Salem Witch Trials, I'm pretty sure it is, and you play as a female character. Not saying this one's for the girlies, but I think they know what they're doing here. That is going to be such a fun, like, AAA title game for, like, spooky season. I am thrilled. This is just kind of like, they're really bringing the girlies into the gaming industry, finally. Witcher 4, Ciri is your main. So excited. I don't know why we're here. I do not have business in there right now. Between like wholesome direct games, lots of cute ones coming out, and some of the bigger games coming out, it's gonna be, I'm really hopeful for this year of gaming. I feel like I've been kind of in a rut the last few years. Oblivion, a remastered coming out helped a little bit, but unfortunately, I played that entire game when I was young, and it doesn't get that, like, it doesn't have its claws in me the way I wish it would. It just feels like replaying a game, which I love in theory, but in practice, I typically am not as great at. All right, are you guys ready for this? How do isn't it over here? All right, here we go. Get your popcorn.
Something tells me I need to adjust the mirrors so that
False
the light
alarm.
bounces off of them and
Put away
onto
the
that
popcorn.
radiometer.
We're close. I ordered yarn yesterday, but with how slow the post office and everything has been, I probably won't get my package. Next week is crazy. Why is it so slow there? I don't know. I haven't ordered a lot of stuff lately, but I don't think there's been a difference in times. Is it like being imported? Oops. Sorry, I'm super focused on this right now. Okay, and then I think this has to hit that radiometer. Hey! Is this it? Popcorn. Loudest ladder in the world, actually. It's just really slow. The store I bought it from still hasn't sound. Oh. Jeez. So just locally. Well, that's a bummer. So our Walmart they're kind of doing like I'm happy our town, like, it's supported enough to like have the funds to do this, because again, we're kind of a town where businesses come to die sometimes. We've lost like a lot of our like franchise businesses. We're very low on like franchise fast food joints and stuff. It's been rough the last 5 years, I'd say, ever since COVID, and like construction stuff like that. But our Walmart's thriving, and they actually got the funds to do, or like got the acceptance to do like a renovation to it. I went yesterday, and it's starting to feel like more like a Target, which obviously they're doing for, commercialism, consumerism. They want us to buy more stuff, and that's kind of how it feels. But like aesthetically, kind of a treat. But my favorite part is I have butterflies talking about it. Stop, Maddie. They made like their craft aisles so beautiful, like cozy crafting, like all the yarn. It used to be tucked into like a really random part in just like a dark corner of the store, and now they're like wide open and like displayed super nicely and super accessibly now, and it's gorgeous. Like I haven't really like dabbled in there yet because I'm pretty efficient when I go, but it's becoming like a nice little, you can tell they're kind of like leaning into the cozy hobby trend a little bit going on right now. So that's very exciting, and I kind of want to check it out sometime. Hold on. I totally blanked out walking up here. Okay, let's do a full 360. So we have ordered new quartz from Crowmeister Crystal Company on 12/9/29, paid highway robbery $474. Delivery to take 6 weeks. Is this the same people delivering your yarn, Anya? Have Waddle cut the blank. He did a swell. Okay. So something about a crystal that needs to be cut.
Maybe I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered.
Right? Yeah, what year? Time 29K.
Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator. Looks like I can't
Her
use the
Interactive
radio
and their
unless
love of
and
ham
until I
radio.
replace the crystal.
I just know someone on their team just had like, this was kind of their hyperfixation, and they got not just one but 2 chances to sneak it into video games. It's a fine mechanic. I think it's fun, and it's a fun history to learn about, and don't love the puzzles though. Hi. Okay, so Imprave End. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? We are playing Secret of the Old Clock. Nancy Drew. Maddie, you forgot to change the game. Bah! Is it still just chatting? Let me change that. As we're like towards the end of stream, probably. If Freya sleeps for another hour, that'd be crazy. I hate that I have to go into my Twitch to change that. I can't do it through my restream, I don't think. There we go. Should be updated. Thank you for letting me know. Doing good, doing good, 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 good. It's a pretty cozy Wednesday where I am, nice and overcast, and good day for some mystery solving. So I don't think we can...
That part is missing.
Yep, we need the crystal. That's cool, that's fine. Now this is the clock. Oh, thank you. Forget where you put Elwat, Marcel's band, you old coot. This is like when you leave a note for yourself in like short form and then you come back to it later and you can't remember what you meant. We'll figure it out.
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Oh, which I think we took a picture of on my phone that I no longer have. So there's 5 that we have to click. Or just like, interesting. Okay, if I remember this correctly, they have like, I don't want to spoil it, so I think I remember this puzzle. I think I do. I think I can. And is that all there is to, forget where you put Elwat. That I think will make sense eventually, so we will. There is something, hold on, speaking of horror movies and stuff, windows like this in the upper story always kind of give like Amityville. Right, is that the right horror movie that I'm thinking of? I need to do a rewatch of... First of all, Paranormal Activity. If anyone remembers, is anyone like into horror movies? My husband and I love them, especially like when we were young. We used to like, when we were young, we're still, you know, I don't think we're that old, but like when we were like 17 and like maybe still friends, maybe starting to date, somewhere around there, we would go to like 2 movies in a row at the movie theater. If like scary movies were just good back then, not like quality wise, but like jump scare wise and just like popular to go to, a good time. Why do I feel like this is, I know it's Michael, but why do I also feel like it's Marcel? That's not Marcel. No, we want to do like Paranormal Activity movies were coming out when I was in high school, and like so corny. There's so many of them for some reason too, but so good. And like same with the Conjuring movies. They've gotten cornier. Those movies were so scary to me. I remember like crushing Tanner's hand in the theater and like rising up out of my seat because I was so scared and I was having such a bodily reaction to it. Scared me so bad in theaters. I rewatch it now and I'm like, it's kind of corny. The time's really kind of gotten, you know. What? Is that a clip? Oh, I see what it is. Get your popcorn. Just kidding. Oh, that was a good one. Thanks, Anya. What was I gonna do in here? Why am I trying to talk to this guy? Oh, I have to ask him. Okay.
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by.
Okay.
Although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see
Marcel
if he'd stashed any money in it.
Equals hat equals lilac in. Perf. Okay.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away.
Big
Do you know
Krollmeister.
that ever arrived?
They have a
You
monopoly
must
on
be talking
everything
about
in
that
this
trunk of
world.
quartz that came last winter.
Uprising
I still
against
have it right
Big
here.
Krollmeister. Still have it right here. Do we lie? I feel like that's kind of like deceptive of you, Nancy. I was wondering if I could buy it from you for my father. He loves quartz. Lie or lie? Nah,
Well,
I don't want to
as
buy
a matter
it.
of fact, I'm
Let's
a
lowball
dog
him first.
collector. Do you think I could have it?
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing
Oh,
as this is
no.
going to sound,
Here it
I
is,
am
guys.
able
The
to
worst
project
puzzle
my thoughts
in the Nancy
into
Drew
another
franchise.
person's
I would
brain.
rather sit and play Fox and Geese. I hate this puzzle. Is that so?
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a
I
high
gain
level
my
of
high level of intelligence. I
yes,
need you to stop
you
talking.
may very well be the ideal subject.
Nancy's eyes are rolling into the back of her head right now.
Subject, as in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do.
And
I'm
I
going to
hate that
shuffle
this
a deck
puzzle,
which
like,
contains
validates him,
5
too.
sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
So
Just stay
this is that
focused on the
story of the
cards, and
horse
my
that, like,
superior brain power will
correctly
do the
did
rest.
arithmetic
Very
because
well.
people would,
Let's
like,
begin.
cue him accidentally with, like,
Which card am I
nonverbals.
thinking of?
Oh, shoot.
This one?
Incorrect. You must focus.
Hold on.
Here's
Which
another.
card am I
Tell me, what card is this?
So every time he says, like, what card is this, he rephrases it in a different way, and it aligns to the different cards.
This one?
Incorrect. You must
'Kay.
focus. Here's another. Can you tell me what card
Can you tell me
this
what
is?
card this
I
is?
think it's this one.
No, try again.
Okay.
This is which card?
So there's this is... Which... Can you tell me? This is which card?
This one.
Incorrect. You must focus.
Oh, we got a
Here's
little
another. What
spammy
card
in
am I
the
looking at?
chat. What card am I? So I'm writing down, like, the beginning of each of his sentences so I can match it to the symbol.
This one.
Very good.
Okay, so that one's a
Well,
star.
You failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
All right, here we go.
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. This is which card?
This is which card? So it's not the star, obviously. Is it the circle?
I think it's this one.
That's not right.
Nope.
Here's another. What card
What
am I
card
looking at?
am I? That's the star.
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
Oh, concentrating on. So that first one's looking at, I think. Treating.
This one.
That's not right.
Nope.
Here's another.
Not the circle.
Which card am I thinking of?
What card am I looking at, and then what card am I thinking of? Circle?
This one.
No, try
'Kay.
again.
That's-
What card am I looking at?
What card am I looking at? Isn't that the star?
I think it's this one.
Very
'Kay.
good.
Oh my gosh. Whenever he picks up a particular card, he always says the same thing.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
He
You
failed to
bet.
correctly identify
Ready when you
5
are.
cards in a
Very
row.
well.
I
Let's
walk
begin.
into a well.
What
Okay.
card am I concentrating
What
on?
card am I concentrating on?
This one?
Wrong.
Nope.
Here's another. What card am I holding?
I haven't heard this one before. Holding? What?
This one.
Incorrect.
'Kay.
You must focus.
You must focus.
Here's another. What card am I looking at?
Star.
This one?
Marvelous. Here's another. This is which
This
card?
is which card?
This one.
You go, girl.
Okay, this is
Here's
which
another.
card is the
What
plus
card am I
symbol.
looking at?
Card am I looking at
I
is the
think
star.
it's this one.
Very good.
Okay.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
No time but the
You
present,
bet. Ready when you
unfortunately.
are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I holding?
What card am I holding? I'm gonna keep
This one.
guessing.
Very good.
Okay, so that one
Here's
is
another.
circle.
What
Good.
card am I holding?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Can you tell me what card this is?
Can you tell me what card this is? Is it this one?
This one?
Incorrect.
Nope.
You must focus. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
I think it's
That's
this
a circle.
Excellent. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
Is it
one. I
Wiggles?
think it's this one.
Very good.
Okay.
Well, you failed to correctly
That one was
identify 5 in a
concentrating.
row. Shall we
Wasn't
continue?
it? Or is it thinking up? Shoot. We'll figure it out. Okay. I think we might be able to
You
get it this
bet.
time.
Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I concentrating on?
We'll figure it out right now.
This one.
You go, girl.
Okay, that one is
Here's
correct.
another.
That's
Tell me,
concentrating.
what card is this?
Tell me what card. We haven't had that one yet. No. Tell me. What card is this? Does he say this? Is it the
This
square?
Wrong. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
Concentrating is Wiggles.
This one?
Marvelous. Here's another. What
There's more
card is
sayings than there
this?
are cards. What card is this? What card is this? Is it the
I
plus?
think it's this one.
Yes.
Okay, so anytime he
Here's
says
another.
this,
What card am I
it's the
thinking about?
plus. What card am I thinking about? Square?
This one.
Very
Okay.
good.
I wonder, could he be telling me what card he's picking up by which question he asks me?
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a
All
row.
right,
Shall
Nancy's
we
saying I
continue?
should have figured it
You
out by
bet.
now.
Ready when you are.
Okay,
Very well.
should have it this
Let's
time.
begin.
So it's not verbatim,
Which
it's
card
like
am I
hint
thinking of?
words. So thinking ties to square.
This one.
Very good. Here's another. Which card am I
Thinking,
of?
square.
I think it's this one.
You go, girl. Here's another. What card am I holding?
Holding is circle.
This one?
You go, girl.
You
Here's
go,
another.
girl.
What card is this?
I need that as a sound, actually. What card is this? This is a plus.
This one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card is this?
It does feel really good to solve this puzzle, though. What card is it? Still the
This
plus.
one?
Very good. You did it. Well, actually, I did. But in any
Thank
case,
you,
thank you
thank
for
you.
your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually,
This whole
I
time
did,
he's
but let's
thinking
not
he's
quibble.
so much smarter than me. Little does he know I'm about to, like, rip that financial carpet out from underneath him. Hold on. My husband texted me. Oh, he was just reacting to a video of Bean I sent him earlier. He's on the road today. Also, she's still sleeping. She slept in till like 10 a.m. this morning. It was like I was up like waiting for her, and finally I was like, it wasn't quite 10. It was like 9:40, and I was like, that's it. I'm going in there because I miss her.
But Mr. Topham,
He just
I
makes my
didn't
eyes
really-
twitch.
I mean, you didn't really.
He gives
I
me
mean,
visceral
I'm afraid that
reactions.
Subconsciously, you may have.
Yes?
Also,
Never mind.
I have a question for you guys.
Do you need anything else?
Do I need something else from you? Absolutely not. I have a reading request. If anyone has, I saw a TikTok yesterday that was like POV, she likes dark fantasy books, something like that. And it was like, just like aesthetic pictures that represent like, you know, different themes in dark fantasy books and stuff, or like creatures, da da da. And one of them was a mermaid, and it clicked for me. I would love like a dark fantasy style. It doesn't have to be like dark, but just like that kind of like dark vibes, you know, Witcher vibes kind of. I would love like a recommendation. I love romantasy. I do love a good romance plot in a book. It doesn't have to be like the main, but I appreciate the tension, especially a slow burn. A mermaid / siren style book. If anyone's like read a good one, I'm so open to recommendations. I'm currently doing Quicksilver, and it's not like I'm still in the I'm testing it out right now, so I'm still in like the first few chapters, but I haven't gotten that far. It's not gripping me yet. I need to give it more time, I think. It is like fishing themed, I think, because I think he's like a kingfisher or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I just read The Honey Witch, which I thought was adorable and like so fun and summery, springy, adorable theme. I loved it so much. It's a 3 out of 5, but like a really good 3 out of 5. I'm the kind of person where like everything's like a 5-star read for me because I'm just very not picky. I have very few book icks, and when I do have a book ick, it's like for example, in the Quicksilver that I'm reading right now, they're using the F word a little bit too frequently, and like I'm not a prude. That's my favorite swear. I love it. If I didn't have a kid, I'd say it more. But it feels a little too edgy for me if they like really hard launch it at the beginning of a book. I think there's a time and place for it. I kind of prefer to like, it feels like a modern swear word, so it kind of takes me out of the book sometimes. So I prefer not to like see it in period pieces, but what have you, what can you do? I don't know. I have like the weirdest book icks. It's like, and it's phrasings basically, or like if they sometimes use something too modern, or if there's like plumbing. Sometimes ACOTAR gave me that book ick a little bit because I was like, or like when they were having like a snowball fight, I don't know. If things get a little too corny or like over the top edgy, I'm kind of like, that could have been edited better maybe. But otherwise I'm typically very like, I like any book. I'm not too picky. Keep forgetting this takes place in the 30s because I'm like, there's no way Richard has managed to swindle so many people that has a business now. His Yelp reviews would be crazy. Could you imagine? Richard Toppin modern Yelp reviews? That would be funny.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Speaking of, I literally made a post the other day with like, it's Stardew Valley Yelp reviews. I will be posting it like right after the stream. I'm very excited about it. Open to do Yelp reviews for Nancy Drew businesses, though. I think they're so much fun to come up with, so could totally be into doing that. Anyways, we got the crystal. Do we need it cut? I think we need to take it to the jeweler again. Is that in my notebook? Can't do that yet. Take the piece of quartz Topham gave me to the jeweler. Yep. We did that. We did that.
I'm finished with that.
We have to do that. Ask around to see if anyone knows who Marcel was. Okay, we know that.
I'm finished with that.
Love a guy that names his hat. Take a good look around the attic of the carriage house. We did that.
Done.
Light. See if... Okay, did that.
That's done.
I'm just going to start clicking.
Check.
Because we are very... It's very junior level checklist.
I haven't done that yet.
Okay. So let's go check out Marcel. Let's go get our crystal cut. Let's walk through like the prettiest yard ever, truly. I need more yards to look like that. My husband and I actually like had this thought at the same time. I thought it was uncanny that we both thought it, but then like talked to each other about it at a later point. I realized I was walking around town. It was like last summer, I think, with Freya, and I had her in her little like bassinet, doing my little hot mom walk around town. And I realized like we create little forests to live in. Like we're little forest dwelling creatures if you think about it. Like whether you live on a town or I don't know how like bigger cities are, there's a lot more buildings, but like more rural towns, obviously it's for like wind coverage, it's functional so that storms aren't quite as bad here. Like the wind isn't as bad. We live in like a super windy area, so maybe it's regional. But like there's so many trees here, and I was walking around and I just kind of realized like, oh my gosh, we're just a bunch of cute little creatures that like live in these little man-made forests that we make, and there's like so much wildlife here unexpectedly, because it's a civilized area. But I just thought it was a cute thought. And my husband, like a few weeks after like I was walking around thinking about that, he's like, have you ever thought about how we just like we're like little forest dwellers. Like, I literally thought about this on a walk the other night. That was...
What's cooking?
Wavelengths are weird sometimes. I swear,
Well,
there's
talk
so
to
many
you
weird
later.
things. This is how I know he's my
Alrighty-dighty.
person too. Like, there's so many weird things where like one of us will mention a thought and the other one will be like, I randomly thought about this the other day. That's so odd. And it's like totally unrelated. There's not a lot of stimuli that would like make us both have that thought. It's just been interesting. Okay, Emily, do you know, is that Marcel? I have a feeling that's
Hi, Nancy.
Marcel on your dresser.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos
It's
are.
even worse. I have to dig. Here's like, this part always makes me uncomfortable in the game
I'll be back in a
because she
little bit.
doesn't move.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Like, I've got to dig in a drawer that you're sitting over and like kind of get in your personal bubble a little bit. I think she should move for this scene, but alas, here we are rummaging in a drawer underneath her while she forlornly stares out the window. Okay, so hat. That was not Marcel on the dresser, by the way.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Oh, heck yeah.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Darn it. Okay, whatever. Can't look through her sock drawer. There is actually kind of an overwhelming amount of hats in this room. And that's just maybe a sign of the times. We're just not the hat people we used to be. Maybe we should be. Maybe everyone, that's an average number of hats everyone should have in their room. Okay, so we got a key. Ooh, we got some traversing to do. We've got some town time ahead of us. All right. All right. Waddell.
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
Added an author
I
rec
need
in
for you to
Discord. It's
cut
more
a
for supporting the
blank
author
from this
himself
piece
since
of
I
quartz.
haven't been able to read his
Big
books
deal,
yet.
let's
Trying to get the
The
books.
blank needs to be just
Oh,
like
awesome.
the
Thank
one
you so much
made
for that. That's a great
before for
idea.
Josiah Crowley.
Here and there,
Like I
I'll
said,
check that
no
out
big
as well.
deal.
I'm back in
You're gonna
my.
have to cough
I'm
up
like
$2 though. You
not
can pay
super
me when you pick it
consistently
up.
reading, but like
Okay.
always reading something, if that makes sense. So I'm always working on I have a nice TBR that I made on my Notion. All right, to the bank. Did I? Yeah, I just dropped it off.
Hello again.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It
It
doesn't
takes
though,
two
does it?
keys to open a safe deposit box. The owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open
I
it
mean,
for
he's
you.
right.
Oh, but I...
However,
It's about time someone has
were
some,
you to
like,
do me a small favor.
Integrity for security in these games. Everyone else is just giving up information on each other that maybe should be kept a little confidential. The Waddle guy, yeah, he didn't pay me. Actually, no, he had every right to put Jim Archer on blast. Such as.
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a
That's it.
falling
Stream's
out,
over. No, I'm
and
kidding.
now I need to find
Imagine
someone to
starting a
finish
stream
the
with this
dress.
puzzle. Oh my gosh. Just hire a new
Just
seamstress.
hire a new seamstress.
Well, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Now
Mr.
he's
Archer.
whining.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
No, we are not being chipper about this
How
one.
much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
I guess I'll be going.
Also,
Come back anytime.
this is like, I think, an expert level, not expert level, but like a higher tier cozy hobby. But making clothes, I'm so obsessed with like people on TikTok who like thrift and like make it into their own thing. Would love to Also love that he's like willing to breach a security that the bank has in place so his wife can have a dress. Sloppily sewed together by some girl. Actually, can I go back here yet? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't
Hello,
really
Mr.
listen.
Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
I need more time. Now quit bothering me so I can work.
Nope, not done. Okay. Look at GTA skills right here.
I've only
You guys
got
are looking
half
at a
tank of gas
professional.
left. I should gas up before I forget.
Ah. Okay, let's get this over with. Wait, can't I ask what's her face down here? Jane? She's a dressmaker, right?
What's cooking?
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you
Right?
think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
Also
It's
me
not hard.
after
It's
forgetting
all
how to
basted
do a cozy
together and
hobby.
everything.
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Crochet.
Alrighty dighty.
We're getting there. Alright, Jane, you faker. I don't believe that for a second.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Do I just, like, use it? God, Nancy would
Why does
drive
this
me crazy
picture
if she
keep
ever visited my
moving?
house.
Would it be all right if I used your
Okay,
sewing
we
machine?
do ask first.
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
I love that everyone is just, like, reminding me, like, hey, none of us can help you on this. Do your best.
There's no needle.
Okay.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
Probably good that I have a mouse for this. I couldn't imagine doing this on, like, a touchpad laptop. Ask Jane if she... Of course. I'm stomping. Nancy's actually stomping right now.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the
You
sewing
don't know how to
machine
sew.
in
Maybe you
Emily's
can help me with
room is?
this.
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before
Now,
all the
this
hullabaloo this
puzzle,
morning ready for
kinda
the
love.
delivery man. They
I
gotta
love
be put in
organization
the
puzzles
shipping
like this.
container
This
just
one,
so, or he
the
casts
like
kitten. This is how
gemstones
he
in
wants
Shadow
'em
Branch,
organized.
the
Now, why
pop
don't you
bottles
go
that
out
make the
on the
picture
porch and get those
in
pies
Ghost
ready to go
Dogs.
while I look for that sewing box.
I love like the organized by size, location, da-da-da. I love grid puzzles like this.
Sounds good.
No, this one I am chipper about. I am no longer stomping. I think it's like the cutest puzzle. Like, look at this. The gingham curtain covering it, adorbs. This is the exact print that I want for like above my kitchen window. I just have like a white one right now. It's pretty boring. Witchy vibes. I got my first little collection of herbs from my garden to like dry, and it's hanging up on my kitchen window right now, and it looks so cute. It's so aesthetic. It's like the perfect like cottagecore kitchen look, you know, slight bog witch vibes. It's perfect. It's so cute. Wait. For each variety of pie, the small pie always goes to the left of the large pie. Oh, thank you, Anya. That's fantastic. Anya, if anyone's watching, just put in the Discord like a beginner level YouTube channel to follow for like help with knitting. I need to watch. I just need. Who was it that was commenting yesterday that they still hate doing like magic circles even after like years of crocheting? I think it was on Instagram. So that was at least encouraging, because like honestly, like the stitches, like a double stitch, a single stitch, like those can come back to me pretty quickly. It's the magic circles that just... Oh no, an ad right now. Sorry guys. I'm just gonna be like doing my little snip for this anyway, so I'll be quiet. Oh, it's done. Okay. That was quick. I'm gonna do another snip over here. So it's gonna look dark on the screen for a second maybe. I don't know. There we go. All right. I got my picture of this on my other monitor. Let's get to it. So smallest to largest in the categories. Small goes on the left side. Sandgate gets 2 large cherry, 1 blue, and 1 chocolate. I think pie making would be like super... I just want to get back into baking in general. I do bake. I actually bake. I'm pretty good, and I do bake quite often. But I can sometimes get into the habit of, like, instead of baking it myself, just getting, like, the cheap store-bought version of it. And I would like to get away from that. It's one of those things where, like, I can be such a snacker, too, and I have to be careful about it. I don't, like, restrict that much, but, you know, I try to... I can get snacky in the evenings, for sure. So my rule is, like, if I'm not willing to, like, make it, you probably don't need it. So that's my... But I do love baking, and I'd love... Actually, I hate how messy it... If baking was less messy, it would be one of my favorite things to do. I hate cleaning up after baking is the issue. I love baking. I hate the cleanup. It's so much worse than cooking cleanup. Okay, so Sandgate is getting 2 large cherries, not small. So 2 large cherry, 1 blue and 1 chocolate. So we don't always... Another streamer I watch is also learning how to cook bake by making every single recipe in cookbooks. That would be so fun. I do like try to mindfully... I feel like it's so easy to just like pick up recipe books with the intention to use them and then not. But I do like... I love reading recipe books. I think that is like... That's my nonfiction reading right there. I love reading a recipe book. I love reading menus. I love the inspiration of like seeing how different ingredients can be combined together and the flavors that they make. But that's it feels like the Julie and Julia, one of my favorite movies, where the main character like cooks through Julia Child's cookbook, The Art of French Cooking, and like documents her journey for it. I would love to do something like that. It would just be such a sense of accomplishment at the end, and like you learn so much from it. Love it. Okay, so we're just gonna put a small blueberry up here for now, and we'll just keep 1 chocolate. So Sandgate is done. Riverville is 1 cherry, 1 small, and 1 large blue. 1 small and 1 large chocolate. Appleton is 1 small and 1 large cherry. Is 2 small blues, which means if we need another blue, in fact, I might just switch that one out preemptively because I feel like we're going to need the small somewhere else, are we? Actually, maybe not. So, oh wait, they're 2 large blue actually. So, wait, is Appleton done? Yes. 1 small and 1 large cherry for Skydale. 2 large, oops, here we go. 2 large blue, 2 large chocolate. Which we can also switch this one out, I believe. That is not 2 large chocolate. Okay. So 1 small, 1 large, 2 large, 2 large. Knoxview is 2 same size. Uh-oh, hold on. This one can change. I think I can do this, actually. Because Riverdale just needs 1 cherry. Knoxview has to be the same size, and this is small and large. My voice is starting to go out. Another streamer I watch also, okay, she then marks the ones she likes and then makes notes of changes she made in the margins. Oh, I like the annotation model for that. And then I think she's going to collect all of the ones she likes into 1 cookbook, and that's going to be the generational. I want to do that. I have like, that's like one thing I can brag about with myself. Like, I know I'm good at cooking, and I'm like, I'm getting there with baking. I'm pretty average with baking, but like, there's nothing more I want to leave behind for my future children and grandchildren more than 1, a Nancy Drew mystery. I think that's going to be like in my like elder age. I want to create like a generational puzzle that like leads them to different places. We would love to have like a family farm someday and just like make that our forever home with like, you know, everyone. I feel like everyone wants chickens and stuff and like farm animals right now. Like, we've wanted that forever, and it just makes me even happier that that's like such a trend. I see so much content for it, and it gets me so excited. We would love that eventually, but like making it into like a mystery setting like a Nancy Drew game. I want to do that. And I also want to like actually like publish or like bind myself, if I ever do get into bookbinding, bind like a seasonal recipe book with all of my favorite like recipes that I've modified, and like do it seasonally and like based on like what was growing in the garden at certain points, or like what I canned. Like I want to make it like the most wholesome. Maybe it's not for like each one of my kids or grandkids, if that ever, you know, if we ever expand that far, but I would absolutely love to make that. I was just talking to Tanner about it the other day, is like that is like the legacy I want to leave behind, is a cookbook with either just family recipes I come up with or modify, or just like recipes I've really loved and continue to make, or like those staple recipes from childhood that I hope they love eventually. I'm convinced Freya's such a good eater because I'm a good cook, guys. I wish I could cook for you guys. That's like my love language. Okay, so I think we are good with cherry pies. So Knoxville is 1 large blue. I think I can switch this one out. And it still stays true. And then this one's no blue, so that's good. 2 same size chocolate, good. And this one is a large chocolate, so I think we can just switch it out for this one.
All done.
First try. What was that? First try. One more time. First try. Thank you. I started thrifting some cookbooks. That's a great idea. By the way, I love looking at cookbooks at the thrift store. I'm going to take me with me when I'm going to live on my own, because I also want to be that person with their own recipe book. I think it's such a fun, like, goal to have. Like, once you get good at cooking and, like, just kind of, like, understand the rules of the kitchen and how to. I feel like it like the theory of cooking is so important to learn, and you can learn that from cookbooks, or in my case, HelloFresh. I think they're too expensive and way overpriced, and like those meal kits get a little bit spammy. I learned so much from it though. It broke down the steps and like explained why you do things in a certain order, or like how to like make like the base of a sauce and go from there. It blew up my cooking in the best way. I've gotten so much better. One more time. First try, by the way. Look at them. No pamphlet in sight, but we have some beautifully organized pies. Oh, snoop time. Get back. Nancy with an area to snoop is like a moth to a flame.
Those are the 2 brothers that built the inn, and Josiah's
Looks like they're in the
house.
tunnels.
I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found. There's something written on the back.
Were we not supposed to figure that out yet? But she did comment on the tunnels. Door and parlor. Is that not like... I love the broken telephone. Is that there for a reason? Window seat, right? No, what did... Hold on. Oh, what? Where'd you come from?
Pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get
Nancy
at it.
probably
Here's
wrote it
that
down
box.
for us.
I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on
It's
your own.
in there
kiddo.
somewhere. It's on top.
Well, I'll talk to you
I
later.
highly doubt you forget that
Don't take
much.
any wooden nickels.
As I am like struggling to crochet as a once proficient crocheter. That was judgmental of me.
I haven't done that. Can't check that up. That's done.
Window seat, it said, did it not? Door and parlor, window seat. Isn't this the parlor? Because all I can think of is like this, but don't really want to go back down there. Oh, good. I kept it. We stole it, actually. Door and parlor window seat. Am I just supposed to like look at a seat? I feel like I'm missing something so obvious from this. No. Because I was just thinking, oh, like there's a window seat in Emily's room, but that's not the parlor. Whatever, we'll get there. I like my nose when I like snip does like this creaking noise now. Oh, I can get rid of my snip. That's why would they call it a window seat? That's interesting. I think you're right.
I can't sew with that.
Oh, let's put a needle in then.
All I need is the dress Jim Archer gave
Oh,
me, and
pull
I
that
can
out
start
too.
sewing.
Okay. Okay. Actually, you know what? Oop. In this economy? Oh.
I can do better than this.
Do I have to redo it? Nancy, I don't think we can do better than this. Ah! I am so sorry for your wife. I'm so sorry for your wife, Jim Archer. First of all, that she's married to you, and second of all, that
Too
this
many
is the
mistakes.
quality work that you
Better
give
do it
her.
over.
Alright, threw that one away. I think you're right. I think that's just like the phrase for it too. Yeah, that makes sense. Not me getting strung up on the semantics. Okay. We did start that last one like pretty well. It's hard when you stop because then you kind of like get out of rhythm of the time for it. Okay. Okay. What can I do with this? Oh, hold on. Take it slow. Oh crap. Okay. Nancy hasn't commented on how bad it is yet, so I think we're good. Not bad, Miss Drew.
Not bad at all.
My question is, what are we sewing following that line? Something scandalous, I feel like. And if like the stitching is supposed to be like the show of the dress, like the like, oh my gosh, look at that like seam work, not the person to give it to. Oh, Jim Archer. Guess what I have? Oh. I can't believe she's still sleeping. I know I keep saying that, but she's been having some shorter naps lately. Okay, let's get our crystal first.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Maybe.
No.
Good day.
How much does it cost? Oh, probably more than $1.45. Not us trying to lowball him just like Jim did. It is getting dark outside. I love it.
How's the dress coming?
Great. I did it myself.
This
Scare
is
him.
beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe deposit box. That was Josiah's key, all right. But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or
This is like the
jewelry or
recipe book I
something
want to
like
leave
that, I'd turn
behind.
it
I
over
want it to look
Tava.
like this.
But a journal?
There's gonna be a
Finders
code on
keepers
top you have to
as far
crack.
as I'm concerned.
That's how good the recipes are. You have to break into it.
I'll be at my desk if you need me.
It's locked. Naturally.
Oh, there, the rain started. Alright, now it's not going to stop for another week. I'm a little bit sick of being stuck inside. I am so ready
Anything else I
for
can do for
Toddler
you?
Girl Summer. I got my little splash pad ready to go. I got, you know, fun outside toys. I got bubbles, I got chalk. I'm ready to be using it. There was like one good day this summer that we got to like go out and like actually play in the water, like play in some water and like draw with chalk and blow bubbles and like so nice. Haven't had one since. That was like Memorial Day weekend, and it's either been like this morning it was nice out, but it smelled like a campfire, so we got to stay inside. The fires from Canada are still happening, and we're still getting like the smoke, the residual smoke coming down from it, so air quality is not great. I think the rule of thumb is if it smells like a campfire outside, you probably shouldn't be breathing it. So we've been outside, and we just changed our air filter in here, and we're surviving. Or we've been inside, not outside. And if it hasn't been like crazy air quality, it's just been raining. So I love a good rainy, moody day, but I feel like we're finally, you get so stir crazy with a kid. Like, it's just so nice to go outside when you have a kid and spend some time out there.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
Especially after being stuck inside all winter. All right, so we got a crazy book to unlock. This is a beautiful office, by the way. I want to see if I can go get gas now. Probably can't, because I can't afford it.
Did you deliver that
no.
telegram?
Do we have
Not
to do
yet.
some grinding?
Can't pay you until you deliver it, you know.
I know. See you later.
Frick. Okay. Not it. Isn't that over by us? Let's go get gas and then go do that. Can I even afford gas?
Welcome to Zippy.
Us being stuck in the game because we're broke.
And Zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Something we can relate to, the economy now versus the economy then. It's a tough place to be a sleuth.
Just 50 cents worth, please.
I feel like I should have just done 25.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive Zippily.
16 cents a gallon back then. Actually, I think there was a place recently in Minnesota that, like, I don't know what happened. It was like overnight. Someone accidentally, like, one of the workers set the gas to be like 90 cents or something, like 70 cents. It was something crazy like that. And all night long, the word got out around town, and people were coming with, like, trailers, like, their gas tanks. They were bringing, like, all of their gas cans and stuff and, like, lined up at this gas station getting gas all night long. Happened recently. Okay, so where's the dairy place? I think it's over here. I want to say it's our neighbor, isn't it? No! No, the cows are up here, I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh, I'm lost. Uh-oh, Freya's awake. Oh, here it is.
Hello, I need to deliver this telegram to Mr. Jones.
That's me, thanks.
We'll deliver this.
You can tell
and
me
then...
I'm all wet, but I don't have any money to tip you with. Wait a minute, here, how about a nice fresh glass of milk?
No, thank you. Bye.
Well, that sucks.
Holy cow!
Alright. Cow in the way. Oops. Not me taking the long way literally everywhere.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Miss Ross at Sunnybrook Farm. Keep up the good work.
I don't feel like that's the farm. Guys, we're poor. I feel like Sunnybrook Farm. Yes. Yes. So what did we have? We had $1.20.
From Miss Ross.
My name's Rebecca, and I'm only 10, but I'll deliver it to her for you, I promise.
We're not getting tipped, guys.
I won't let you down, double cross you, or anything like that.
We're not getting tipped.
Okay. Thank you, Rebecca.
No sweat. I mean, you're welcome.
Alright, we're gonna deliver this one.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money.
How much do we make
And
per
here's your
telegram?
next
I
telegram.
forgot.
Deliver this to Dr. Bob out at the observatory.
Where the
Keep up the
heck
good
is
work.
the observatory? Why do we have it? 25 cents? How much is it to get the crystal? Did we not do this? Oh, maybe we can't do that actually while we're driving. I feel like the observatory is like, it's gotta be like out here, some weird stuff like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was so right on that. I knew this looked like a path to an observatory.
I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Dr. Bob.
If Dr. Bob doesn't tip.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a big telescope.
Come back after dark and I'll let you take a look. You can consider it your tip.
I may just do that. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm already like halfway down with gas. Nancy is actually getting like the average American experience in this game right now, or just the average middle class experience for once.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
In her
Good for you.
convertible.
Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Miss Temple at Lowood
Living outside
Academy.
her means
Keep
like
up the good
this.
work.
Tisk tisk. Where's that next one going? Oh my gosh. Lowood Academy is right around the corner. Lovely.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Miss Temple.
I am she. We
I'm actually
teachers
stressed
don't
about
get
money in this
paid.
game right now.
I understand. Did this by any chance used to be the Brewster
You're a teacher, I'll let it
Academy?
slide,
Why, yes,
I guess.
Thought so. Bye.
It's tough out here.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Okay, let's
Good
see if
for
we have
you.
enough
Here's
now.
your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Dr. Ackerman out at the Deer Mountain Resort. Keep up the good work.
Where am I going? Me just spinning around in the middle of like Main Street.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
I hope I have your fee.
No.
Good day.
Just needed a little silence there. Okay, that's the camp over there. Here's Deer Mountain Resort. Not over there. Isn't it on the map? I think that one's on the map. Oh, shoot. I was just over there, too. I feel like the grind is a little too hard for, a Nancy Drew game.
I've only got half a... Hello, I'm delivering a telegram
Yeah,
to
I
Dr.
know.
Ackerman.
It stresses me out too, Nancy, that we're gonna make nothing.
He rarely tips,
And I never do.
That's okay. Bye.
We are like gonna leave off on the worst part of this game. The telegram grind. Ugh.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And
Can we,
here's your
like,
next
save
telegram.
right here?
This one's for Old Man Johnson out at his farm.
This might be where I
Keep
have
up
to
the good
save for the
work.
night. Day. Okay. Note for next time. Grind. Telegrams. Save. Save. And yes, we want it to replace. And then exit. And we are back. Oh my god, does my camera need a little wipe? Look a little fuzzy. Okay. So, that brings us to the end of our Nancy Drew stream for the day. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Next time, I hope you join me for a little bit of Telegram grinding. This, like, it's the middle part of this game that I feel like I dislike about. I'm starting to remember why I, like, didn't like this game as much. I like it more to stream. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. Hate the grind. I hate the Telegram grind because I just feel like I'm constantly running out of gas, and, like, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back trying to get money. And I don't know how much this darn crystal is. So that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Probably not a stream this weekend. I will be at a concert. I will be going to my 4th Bowling for Soup concert. It's my dad and my's thing. So will not be here this weekend. But typically don't do a weekend stream anyways. Typically that's just like my log off, like family hobby time anyways. So, but once in a blue moon, I like to keep you guys updated on the possibility of that. All right, I will see you guys Wednesday for some more Nancy Drew. This was a really good, like, 2.5 hour stream. Look at us. So I'm going to go hang out with my baby, and I will see you guys later. Have a lovely week. Actually, wait, let's raid. I always forget to raid. I do think that there's, like, a raid suggestion in the channel points. I should just take that out. Like, I think you guys don't have to spend channel points for all of that. So I will have to, like, raid and run. Freya's awake, so let's see. I think, is Libby Lou live yet? She usually goes live. I think she should be live, like, soon. I saw on her story earlier she was going to be live at, like, 3:30 my time, so. Gem Zape is live. Not really seeing. Is anyone playing some Nancy Drew? Ooh, there's, who is this? Aaron Casey Gamers or Philly Catnip or Kitty Lover are all playing Nancy Drew games right now with, like, quite a few viewers, actually. Let's go Aaron Casey Gamers. There's, like, she has a pretty good... Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, let's go on over there. Oh, well... Just go by, like, darn it, Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew. Someone was playing Phantom of Venice. We'll go over to that one. Perfect. Okay, the raid is starting soon. I will see you guys over there for a few minutes, but like I said, I have to raid and run. Freya's awake, and it's playtime. Her playtime, my playtime's not over. It's just gonna shift. All right, bye. Have a wonderful week, everyone.